My fleshy form. If you look at my socials, you can see I have a thing for animation. I've been, and still am, an amazing Digital Circus fan. Thankfully, my partner is too, and he has tickets to go see it. These clusters of videos won't actually go into what happens in the final act, but it's to kind of go over my opinion on animation and cinema etiquette as a whole. Also on why this, in particular, is a massive deal for animation. I've got a lot to say, so we're going to be splitting this up, unless you're on YouTube. To summarize, The Amazing Digital Circus is an indie web series that's completely for free. It follows a colourful cast in a video game-like landscape, where they're at the whims of AI. All episodes, apart from the final act, are free and available online now, so I would recommend you watch it. The studio behind it is Glitch Productions. Now, they make their money on producing these things through the fan merch they sell. So everything that you see is fan-funded for all their web shows. Repeat shows. All of you are sleeping on Gaslight District. Come on now. Not a big corporation that's saying it's time for generative AI. Looking at you, Amazon. While that is amazing, here comes the first hurdle. Fans are disappointed to hear that the final act will be releasing in cinemas before the free release on YouTube. Look, as someone who has been following this web series for the last few years, I understand both sides of the coin. They got their start from it being free and the fans funding it, to now it basically being put in front of a paywall, and that the fans that were with them from the beginning that aren't able to go to the cinemas could get easily spoiled. However, that doesn't stop the impact that this has on animation. At first, there was only a selected amount of cinema screenings, that being in the Americas and Japan. But as more and more fans asked their cinemas, the more and more it went global. I don't know about you, but I have to say it's pretty amazing to see that fans have such a huge impact and have got this much motion to go to these big screen cinemas to be like, hey, we would really like to see this. It really shows that us as consumers have an impact on the media landscape. Spicy opinions are incoming. The lead up for this final release has got me pretty disappointed with a few fans. Not all, but a few. I think it was a lot of bitterness towards this that caused this massive stir. From harassing voice actors to spoiling, leaking the final film. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to feel over that word. But please, before you start screaming at me, you're just a white girl, you don't know how it feels, I'm not. I'm a biracial woman, and I have been called the word. Thank you. However, I believe it is important to acknowledge that the voice actor deeply apologized for the effects of a joke based on the word negative. I just gotta say, it's funny how this all stirred up on the way up to the release of the movie. You don't have to pay to watch this. After all, it will be released free online. But all I ask is that you have the common decency to wait. Please don't ruin the experience for other people that are going to see it or are waiting to watch it. AKA, don't be a dick. Now, cinema etiquette. Here's the Gangle-inspired fit and makeup. Ragatha is my girl though. I love you, Ragatha. Honestly, I think the kids that came to watch this movie were behaving better than some of the adults, and also the ones behind us, during the film. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was more so during episode 8, where people were quoting the episode, chit-chatting behind us, and trying to sing along. But for the love of God, follow convention etiquette, and wear some deodorant. It wasn't bad for me, but my partner was sat next to someone obviously very excited, but you had to move seats. Thankfully, there was a spot next to me that was free, because it was just too much for him. So, everyone, pay deodorant. My personal thoughts on the ending, I will not share. I won't share it until it's been released on YouTube. This is because I don't want my experience to impact your experience, as I've seen other people do. I love animation. I have done since I was a kid. But Glitch Productions and many other indie studios, they make me feel hopeful. Like, it's not just with animation, it's with films, it's with video games. You can start seeing the creativity and the love of the media coming back through. It's not just about profit margins. And I've got loads of opinions about the game industry, but I'm not allowed to say that. So to wrap things up, here are a few indie projects that I think you'll enjoy. and like, glitch hit me up. I see you checking out my LinkedIn.